This is Christian Bowman, a private chef for some of the best players in the NBA. His clients include Jimmy Butler, Jason Tatum, and James Harden. Today, Chef Bowman is going to be preparing those 3 players' favorite meals, and me and my buddy Kyle are going to be ranking them from 1 to 3. All right, I'm excited, man.
Same, man.
Who are we doing first?
Let's go Jimmy.
So what is Jimmy's favorite meal?
So Jimmy is a big chicken guy. Chicken piccata with garlic mashed potatoes and sauteed broccolini.
That sounds so good. But we also brought these players' signature food items, so I got some Big Face coffee.
You know, it's crazy, I haven't had it yet.
You haven't had it? Well, I already brewed some.
Oh, perfect, man.
So I've brought some Big Face coffee to try today. I got a flavor I haven't had before.
Try this out. Oh, that's good.
Very unique. There's not many coffees that taste like that. Although I will say, I don't know if it's worth the price tag. This was a $35 box of coffee.
Wow.
So who was your first NBA client and how did you get that?
My first NBA client, Kyrie Irving. This was 2015, 2016. One of my friends that was a chef, she reached out to me and was just like, hey, I have a client, somebody that's reached out to me, but I can't do it. I don't think she knew who it was. I was just like, wow. So that was a dope experience. And then Jimmy was my first athlete to actually take me and move me to a different state and work with athlete full time.
How does that work? If he gets traded mid-season, do you get traded too?
Once he gets traded, I ship my car out there, my clothes.
Damn, that is tough.
Can we ask about the famous T-Wolves, the practice thing that happened?
Man, that's funny, man. I honestly, though, I wasn't there. I just remember at that time, I was cooking lunch at the house and I noticed that he came back early. I see Rachel Nichols coming into the house. So I'm like, what is going on? And that you start to hear about the story and what happened, but just to see that come in, you see ESPN News come to the house, it was crazy.
How did you connect with Harden?
Harden, growing up in LA, so I've been knowing James for a minute since high school.
The first time you cook for these people, is it nerve-wracking?
Not really. I feel I believe in my craft and know what I do, so I just kind of I'm just they regular people just like us, and they want to be treated like regular people.
Did you go to culinary school or are you all self-taught?
I went to culinary school, but I had been cooking since I was in 6th grade. I took a cooking class, and my teacher found out that I could really cook, and she ended up putting me in a competition. I ended up taking 2nd place out of 50 kids.
I heard in culinary school, students will turn each other's ovens off and stuff.
Culinary school is definitely tough for sure. I will say the teachers, they're very stern and very hard. I got a teacher, she taught breakfast. She was no joke, and it was a breakfast because that was 6 in the morning. She did not play. She made people cry. She made people quit. She was throwing pots and pans, yelling at you.
So did I hear that right? Breakfast was a class? You don't take science, you take breakfast.
Like I said, you had breakfast, you would cook lunch, you would cook dinner for the school.
So when you're cooking for a guy like Jimmy, does he tell you how does it work?
It's funny, that's a question that a lot of people ask. They kind of let me know dietary restrictions, what they eat, what they don't. They usually let me do my thing.
When I lived in a house with 7 other YouTubers, we had a private chef that would come sometimes. We thought he'll just make a healthy version of everything since he's a pro at-home chef. We're all gaining weight and he was you guys are asking me to make the most unhealthy stuff.
Nah, for real. They work out 2-3 times a day. It's they're burning that fuel off, so.
Man, I love white wine pan sauces, so I'm already so excited.
That's
my favorite. I was so bad at making pan sauce. Have you done any NFL guys?
Juju and then Aaron Donald for a little bit too.
How many calories does he have to eat every day?
A lot, man. Did y'all go to Thousand Oaks High School?
Nah, Westlake High School.
Oh, Westlake? Oh, they got a good basketball team.
Our football team was crazy when me and him went. We went to the state final our junior year.
Oh, you played football?
This is my freshman year.
What position would you think James would be?
I would say maybe a wide receiver.
They put me at offensive tackle. I was not good at it. Oh my God, the plating.
Even when I make a good dish, it doesn't look good.
Dude, I've had to do so many cooking competition videos that I'm getting way better at plating, but I feel I'm like a B tier plater.
I'm a person that can watch something and I can recreate it. This is definitely my favorite part.
I'm impressed because you're having a full conversation with us and thinking about 4 different components.
You know, it's crazy. It's so hard. I'm damn, I'm really talking and cooking because sometimes I'd be so locked in, man. But
no, that is impressive. Every time I've done a video where I have to cook and record a video at the same time, I'm locked in. I can't really even talk. Oh my God, that looks delicious.
So right here we have a chicken piccata with garlic mashed potatoes and sauteed broccolini.
Oh my God, that It's so good.
I'm sure the other stuff's gonna be great, but I don't see how it's gonna be better.
Yeah, no, honestly, I feel like the sauce is like citrusy from the lemon. It's like got a nice salt to it. And it's also like nice and thick because I feel like most lemon sauces are really thin. This is spectacular. I might watch the footage back from this video and make this at home. Our boy Ian's gonna be trying it as well.
Oh my God. That's good.
All right, knowing that's what Jimmy eats, how are you feeling about the Celtics?
Still the #1 seed.
So right now we've only had Jimmy Butler. So obviously I'm putting Jimmy Butler at #1 right now. This might be the last time that he is over Tatum this season, so I'm gonna take it. So who are we doing next?
We do Jason.
Since we're doing Jason Tatum's, we got a little Jason Tatum appetizer. We got his Flamin' Hot Barbecue Ruffles.
No, those are some of my favorite chips I've ever had.
You want some chips?
Fire.
Oh, those are so good.
What is the Tatum dish?
When I first cook for him, it's like a comfort dish. So it's like a ground turkey and rice bowl with a honey butter cornbread, which is like amazing.
I'm excited. All right, these chips are addicting. I need to get these away from me, bro. Last time we did this video, guys, I almost ate the entire bag off camera. Did you suggest the hairstyles to him?
Oh no, I definitely didn't do that. That's him though, man. That's his character. Always joking around, like to have fun, man. Like that's him.
It's funny because he comes off really serious, but he's clearly hilarious. Like you can just tell.
He is hilarious.
So you sort of mentioned, like, obviously these guys have to be very conscious about their health and like what they put in their body. Do you ever work with the teams on that?
More so, a lot of these guys have their own trainer outside of the team. So usually they have like Jimmy, James, or Jason, they all have their guy to where they have their strength trainer. I usually will talk to them and they will let me know.
I'm gonna need to go eat like 8 bland meals in a row after this just to like reset.
The palate. This is like a meal prep type meal, huh?
It's a lot of, packed with a lot of protein.
I have seen so much seasoning go into that pan in the last like 15 minutes.
There was this baseball player the other day that came out and said like he doesn't care about baseball at all. He just like gets a check. Have you met players who are on different ends of that spectrum?
Nah, I can't say that. The athletes that I work with, they take their job very seriously. The grind that they put in, like they work so hard. Putting your body through so much stuff, like their work ethic is crazy. And as a chef, you see that.
So for someone like Tatum, do you cook for him when he comes to LA or?
I met Jason through a friend, maybe his 3rd year. So when he would come to LA, I would cook for him. I think Jason actually has a full-time chef now. This is a taco ground turkey rice with roasted tomatoes, corn, and black beans. And we have a homemade honey butter cornbread.
You're making me feel insecure about my cooking. So I'm not normally a turkey guy, but I feel like this is gonna change my mind. Oh my God. Oh my God, that was really good.
I taste what I saw you put in there. When I'm cooking at home, I'll just like throw things in and like I can't identify them any.
You're like, I threw a whole thing of garlic in there and I don't taste anything. That is so good. I'm not even normally a cornbread guy, but is there cinnamon in the cornbread?
Yes.
I taste that. The vanilla, like especially the cinnamon with the honey, like that sweet cinnamon is like stands out so much, and I feel like it's such a nice contrast to the like more earthy flavors of like the turkey. The vanilla, like especially the cinnamon with the honey, like that sweet cinnamon is like stands out so much.
How are you not a cornbread guy in general? That's crazy to me.
How are you feeling on the ranking though?
I'm not feeling good about this.
I feel like if these were on a tier list, they'd both be S tier.
Yep.
But I would put Jimmy's favorite meal above Jason's for me.
They're different things. They're fully different things. And this cornbread was
Unreal, and that's coming from who's not a big cornbread guy.
if I'm like training, like I'm eating way worse versions of this every day.
It's such an unfair comparison, you're right, because like that's like decadent, like end of the day, like this is like a really elevated version of something that doesn't ever usually come into this tier of food.
I might go 2% Jimmy.
Oh, that cornbread was perfect.
See, this is the problem though, since I'm not a big cornbread guy and I just discovered your cornbread, like I don't know how I'm gonna do anyone else's anymore. All right, our final player that we are ranking today, James Harden, and he's got his J. Harden wine. Oh my God, I see salmon. This is nuts.
And that's gonna be tacos.
You ever had a strawberry on a taco?
Am I about to?
Yeah.
The concept is a little weird to me, but if you say so, I trust it.
Everybody always say, they be like, man, I don't know about that. And they be like James, literally every time you see me, like I have to make these. Sometimes like I make it so much for him, I be getting tired of making them. Like that's how much he loves to eat these.
All right, so out of these two, what would you eat first?
I would Jason Mills for sure. I'm not a big chicken. I love chicken pecan, but I'm not a big chicken person. I can eat ground turkey a lot, and like I said, it's good for when you're trying to like put on muscle or you're trying to weight gain. Like it's a very healthy, balanced meal.
He drinks this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of NBA guys have started doing wines.
Jimmy is a big wine person.
What do you think about Lobos versus Sincoro?
I like Sincoro, man.
Really?
I don't really like Lobos like that.
Damn, most people I've talked to like Lobos better, but I like them both.
What's the trick to getting salmon seared right?
I like my salmon crispy. What I've learned, you want to make sure skin and the flesh is really dry. With this, I didn't do that because I'm basically searing it, and then I want it to brown. Let it, once you see a nice brown color, and then flip it over, do it on the other side. But just salt, pat it dry, sear it over high heat.
Cheers, fellas.
Cheers. The best wines ever.
It's so good. It's like most wine you could not chug. I legitimately feel like you could chug that. So in the snack wars, Kyle, where are you putting James' wine?
Well, I think I just exposed my boat because I just reached back for this.
I think if I were to do the snack wars rankings, I would go Jason's chips are number 1, Harden's wine is number 2, and I would put the coffee 3.
This is a dangerous job you got.
Man, you gotta be careful.
Is it like intentional on both of those dishes? I noticed you didn't give me anything that I couldn't put on one forkful. Is that like something you think about?
Like you want to pair things together that work and that kind of contrast with the dish.
Oh my god, I feel so bad.
I'll be all right.
What do you think about like Instagram and TikTok cooking hacks?
I think it's dope, man. I love that. Like I kind of want to get into that space. A lot of people that do cooking content usually don't be chefs. It's the chefs that don't really be doing it. But I think it's dope, man. The cooking hacks are dope. I learned a lot of different things that I didn't know.
Oh my god. Wow. These look crazy. Ooh, I'm worried about my boy Jimmy. I don't know if he's gonna survive this round. That's so good. I feel like raw jalapenos are always kind of tough for me, but I feel like the strawberry balances it like so well. And then also the honey sriracha too, like it cuts nicely with the strawberry. Wow, that's so good. How did you think to put the strawberry on it?
I was looking for a balance of spicy and sweet. I have the jalapeno. What can I throw in that was sweet?
Dude, those might be my favorite.
I'm really stressed right now.
The Tatum was like the best version of something that I feel like you would make a ground turkey bowl is like, you're like, okay, I just want a high protein meal to body build, but then it did taste really, really good. And then this is like a super experimental taco. And like as a taco person, I like trying a new type of taco. My final rankings, I'm gonna go Harden 1, Jimmy 2, Jason 3.
I might go Jimmy, Harden, Tatum.
Yeah, but all 3 of them are top tier.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chef.
No, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Guys, make sure to check out Chef Bowman. His Instagram is at the top of the description. Shout out to him, bro. This was my favorite video of the year. If you want to check out